The biggest level on a taxonomy chart is the kingdom level. There are 5 kingdoms that encompass all the living creatures, all the living organisms on planet Earth. And the first kingdom is called Moneran. A Moneran is a one-celled organism that has no nucleus, no brain. And a protist is a one-celled organism that does have a brain. And you can see that in the prefixes because mon, same as in monarchy, same as in Monday, means one, so it's one-celled. Then you get down to the organisms that have a lot of cells, that are multicellular, plants and animals. And then you have a special kingdom called fungi, which can be either made up of single-celled organisms or multicellular organisms like mushrooms. I'm going to focus down right now on the 2 kingdoms we care about most, which are plants and animals, because we deal with those most when we think about living creatures, living things. Within the plant kingdom, there are 2 phylums. Remember, phylum is the next level on our taxonomy chart. There are 2 phylums, vascular and non-vascular. Within the animal kingdom, there are also 2 phylums, vertebrates and invertebrates. The word vertebrate means to have a backbone. In means not. So a vertebrate has a backbone, an invertebrate does not have a backbone. Vascular is very similar. Vascular means to have a tube or tubes that basically transport water, food, and nutrients through the plant. You can think of it like a stem on a flower. And in a way, it's a type of vertebrae. Just like humans have backbones that hold us up, stems hold up flowers and other plants, trees have trunks. Those are vascular. They both start with a V. They're both the backbone that supports the plant, and in the case of a vascular system, provides the tubes that allow water and food to carry through the plant. Non-vascular, just like with the prefix in, means not, so it's not vascular. It does not have tubes. Those are things like mosses that have no spinal structure, and they absorb water and food similar to the way a sponge absorbs water. It's not carried through a tube. It just kind of gets soaked up into the plant. So here is a review of the animal kingdom. You can see it's split into 2 phylum, and the one we usually care about most is the vertebrate phylum because we are vertebrate creatures. We have backbones. And within that phylum, there are 5 classes. Mammals, which of course have hair and give birth to live young, and their young drink milk. Birds, which can fly usually and have hollow bones and lay eggs. Fish, reptiles, which also lay eggs but are born on the land. And amphibians, which are born in the water and usually grow out of the water and develop into creatures that then live on the land, such as frogs. They're born in the water as tadpoles, and then they develop into full adult frogs, and they live on the land. Creatures like ladybugs, although they can fly and they lay eggs like a bird, are not a bird because they don't have vertebrae. They do not have a spine, so they do not actually fit in this class because they don't fit in the phylum. Remember, if you belong to a class, you have to belong to the phylum as well. So since they don't belong to the phylum, they're in the invertebrate phylum, they would belong to an invertebrate class, which I have not listed here. But they would not belong to one of these 5 classes because these can only apply to vertebrate creatures.